presented by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Georgia leading Alabama A&m 46-24 at the break. Today's halftime report presented by Georgia Power. At Georgia Power, our mission is to provide Georgia with clean, safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We understand that energy bills play a vital role in your budget, and we're committed to providing the tools and assistance you need to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. Looking around the top 25 on the hardwood, good one in the Big East. 10th ranked Marquette taking on number 22 Creighton. 4-point lead for Marquette, 52-48. That game about 8 minutes to go in the contest. 16th ranked Duke, no problems with Queens, 67-44. And number 20 JMU trying to stay unbeaten as they open Sunbelt play, 61-43. They lead Texas State early in the second half. Our halftime score, 46-24. Georgia on top of Alabama A&m. We'll send you back out to Stegman for the first half stats after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Experience holly jolly savings all season long at Master Buick GMC. Everyone is asking Santa for a Sierra. Get new 2023 Sierra models with financing as low as 0.9%. We are professional grade. Master your car buying experience. Shop now online at masterbuickgmc.com.
Finance a new 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 for 0.9% for 36 months. Must finance through GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. See dealer for details. Take new retail delivery by 1/2/24.
Are you a small business owner looking for an easier, more affordable way to offer health insurance benefits to your employees? The Georgia Chamber of Commerce has teamed up with Anthem to offer small businesses the Smart Health Insurance Plan. With a variety of plan designs, fixed, predictable monthly payments, and low premiums, the Georgia Chamber's Smart Plan offers you the savings and solutions you've been looking for. To learn more about the Georgia Chamber Smart Plan, visit gachamber.com/Georgia-Smart. gachamber.com/Georgia-Smart.
You're listening to Georgia Basketball on 98.7 FM and AM 1340 WGAU.
Welcome back to the Georgia Power halftime report. Cabell Philpott in for the voice of the Dogs, Scott Howard, who's just about getting ready to call the Orange Bowl, Chuck Dowdle, as Georgia gets set to face off.
And he better call it right, too.
That's right, Scott. I hope you heard that. Northside Hospital fans remind you the most common symptom of prostate cancer is no symptom at all, and prostate cancer will affect 1 in every 9 men in America. Find out about screenings, your risk factors, and innovative treatment at northside.com. And Chuck, the Dogs up 46-24 on Alabama A&m, about kind of what we thought. You just mentioned Jabri hasn't had exactly a blowout game. He's been picked up by a few of his other teammates, including Blue Kane, who's 3 of 4 from the floor, 2 of 3 from long range. And Sabibi getting into the action, Sunahara. And Georgia, again, just going so deep against a sort of lightly manned Alabama A&m team.
Well, this is exactly what you expect of a Georgia team against whoever they're playing. You expect good defense, and you expect good depth off the bench with a lot of accolades to pass around, both scoring, rebounding, assists, everything that you would expect from a very deep bench that Mike White has. And so we're seeing just exactly what we expected, and it's, you've doubled up almost on a team that's struggling here at halftime. You're up 22 points on them, and they've only got 24 in this game. So, look, this is going Georgia's way, but more importantly, this is just what Georgia needed to kind of catapult them into conference play next weekend.
Georgia Power halftime report. That'll wrap things up from here at halftime at Stegman Coliseum. Second half action coming your way right after this on the Georgia Bulldog Sports Network.
Don't you mean fa la 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 la?
Nope, we're shaking things up.
Whatever you say.
Shake things up this season at the Toyotathon sales event. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 24 months, plus $500 holiday bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through January 2nd, 2024. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3638 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
In Georgia, football is more than just a game. It's how we celebrate our traditions and community spirit. Strong values are important, and that's why when you partner with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you get so much more than just a policy. You get a local agent and a company you can depend on. Visit gfbinsurance.com to find your local agent or get your quick quote. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. More than just a game. More than just a policy.
We are a Farm Bureau.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. Whether you're making a traditional roasted turkey or spicy turkey tacos, your go-to shrimp cocktail, or your first Cajun risotto, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace your traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
We've locked in low prices to help you save big store-wide. Look for the locked in low prices tags and enjoy extra savings throughout the store. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
With Well Business, you get 99.9% network reliability and a 60-day satisfaction guarantee.
Get up to 1 gig of business internet for just $99.99 a month, plus free install, a free modem for 6 months, 1 month of free service, and a price lock guarantee.
Season's greetings from your partner, Well Business. Visit wellbusiness.com. 99.9% network reliability based on average HFC availability October through December 2022. Offer for new customers. 1-year agreement subject to change. Price does not include taxes, fees, and equipment charges. Restrictions apply.
To the Orange Bowl coming up just after 4 o'clock. They're getting set to kick in about 30 minutes on South Beach. But here, Georgia well in control of Alabama A&m on the hardwood. 46-24 the lead. Georgia's distributing. It's scoring nicely between 10 players so far in this ball game. The leading scorer for the A&m Bulldogs, Dalian Smith, averaging 14.2 points per game, only has 5 points so far in this ball game. Chuck Dowdle. Georgia will be on defense to start the second half as Dalian Smith will inbound for A&m. And the A&m Bulldogs trigger into the backcourt. Across half court, Peake, Tucker, Smith, Downey, and Williams into the ball game. A reach in, almost a steal by Silas Demery. Smith with the basketball on the right side, now up top to Williams. He dumps it over the top of the defense to Chad Moody, who loses the handle, and there's a scrum in the middle of the lane, and they're going to say jump ball. It'll be Georgia basketball. So Russell Chiwa coming up off the floor, towering just above everybody.
I'll tell you what,
else at a 7-foot frame.
Campbell, one of the things that's great about this Georgia team is these guys they'll give up their bodies on the floor to chase loose balls.
Well, they did that time and came up with a turnover, 46-24. The lead for Georgia, their first offensive set of the game. Abdur-Rahim top of the key, getting a screen from Chiwa, crossing over at the right elbow. Looking for some help. He finds Thomason, now up top to Demery. Demery shuffles to his left. Loses the handle on a reach-in, 7 on the shot clock. Demery top of the key, drives the lane, puts up the bunny. It's no good. Really misjudged that shot. Cross court, driving underneath. Smith scores on the other end. And in transition is the way A&m has beaten Georgia when they had this afternoon.
Well, they got back that time and got back quickly and laid it in, but Silas just really misjudged that little floater.
20-point lead for Georgia, just underway, second half at Stegman Coliseum. Demery with the basketball on the left side to Abdur-Rahim. He is fouled by Cameron Tucker of A&m. That's his first and the team's first of the second half. Sunahara will trigger right in front of the Georgia bench, down to our left. Georgia shooting on the goal to our left. We're over here close to the A&M bench, our broadcast location. Thomason with the basketball, moves left wing, dumps it underneath to Chiwa. He's quickly double-teamed. There's nowhere to go. Loses the ball off of the baseline, but they're going to say A&M knocked it out.
Well, they did, and that's where you really want to see Russell when he's got that ball down and that deep. Just go straight up with your 7 feet and 280 pounds.
Demery to Sunahara, who turns it over for Georgia. A&M basketball, and Cameron Tucker will slow the pace for the Bulldogs of A&M. Tucker, top of the key, looking for help off a screen from Moody. Right wing has the basketball, 14 on the shot clock. Pressed by Demery, now off the screen from Williams' right side. Kick out. They tried to throw it underneath to Williams. A&M turns it over. Abdurrahim in transition. The ball is blocked from behind, but a putback is good. Nice second effort by Silas Demery to convert.
Great job of cleaning that up. But I got to tell you, that was a great pass from Sunahara. He fed it out to the wing because he knew that's where Jabri was going to be.
Williams backing down Chiwa. A little dream shake from Williams, and he scores from in front of the rim with the hook. As Thomason drives underneath across the lane and scores from the left side. A quick burst from Silas Demery, the freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Tucked that ball in close, then used his left hand.
Peak with the basketball under control to Dallin Smith. Now Williams back to Smith on the left wing now. Looking underneath. They throw it to Chad Moody, and he's going to be fouled underneath the basket. 50-28 the lead for Georgia. 17-10 remaining in the ball game. Substitution coming. Entering the game for the first time in the second half is Lorenzo Downey. And Chad Moody will get a breather. Personal foul will go against Abdurrahim for Georgia, his second. Team's second of the half. And Georgia to inbound. Top side, batted away. A nice hustle play. Georgia to the rack and the dunk. Silas Demery. Off a great defensive effort from Noah Thomason.
He went high in the air to deflect the pass, and he deflected it right to Silas in stride.
Things coming unglued for Alabama A&m here in the first half quickly. Georgia leads it 52-28, 16:56 remaining in the ballgame. Timeout on the floor. Back to Athens after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. Two brands, one town, one team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Available wherever cold beer is served. Champions drink responsibly.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Welcome back to Stegman Coliseum. Cabell Philpott in for the voice of the Dogs, Scott Howard, who is with the football team, getting ready to call the Orange Bowl. My broadcast partner, as always, Chuck Dowdle. And Georgia leading Alabama A&m on the hardwood 52-28, 16:56 remaining in the ball game. And Chuck, Georgia has 18 points off of 16 A&m turnovers, whereas Georgia only 5 turnovers and A&m 0 points off of those turnovers. That's the story.
Oh, that makes a huge difference because you're not giving away points with extra possessions you're handing them with the turnovers. But I'll tell you what Georgia is doing. Georgia is using that bench beautifully and keeping guys fresh. You watch, their shooting percentage will start to dip. Their legs will get tired. Georgia's, on the other hand, they keep running guys in and out. They'll keep fresh legs. Their shooting percentage is likely to stay the same or go up.
Williams underneath with Chiwa banging on the low block. Shot up and good. A reverse layup by Williams. He's been impressive, Chuck, for A&m.
He has. He's held his own down there against Chiwa and even against Frank.
Demery with the basketball. Top side, Thomason drives the elbow, shoots and scores from the right side. An easy layup for Georgia.
Noah didn't have such a great first half, but he's making up for it here to start this second half.
Yeah, that's just his 4th point of the ball game, Chuck. Good point. 54-30, the Georgia lead. 16-minute mark first half. Dalian Smith, a 3-pointer from the right corner, cuts into the Georgia lead. And Georgia quickly pushing the issue on the offensive side. Sunahara with the basketball up top to Demery. Demery pestered by Downey. On the left elbow, Thomason, 3 from Melendez is no good. Excuse me, that was Abdur-Rahim in the corner. And the rebound for Alabama A&m. Cameron Tucker up top to Williams. Back on the right side, Tucker will reset between the rings. A&m shooting on the goal to our right off the high screen from Williams. Over in the corner to Peak. He drives into the lane. Poked out of there by Abdur-Rahim. Thomason, cross-court pass underneath to Demery. The shot is good, and he's fouled.
My goodness. That is as nice a finish as I have seen Silas Demery make this year, and I've seen him make quite a few because he is an extremely talented true freshman. He's got size, he's got quickness, and he's got leadership skills, which may be the most important thing he possesses.
Timeout on the floor. It'll be a full timeout. That foul committed by Cameron Tucker, his second, and the team's second. Timeout on the floor. When we return, more second half action from Segment Coliseum. Georgia leads A&m 56-33, 15-21 remaining in the game. More to come on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
The dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
For adults with IBS-D, ask your doctor about Xifaxan, a 2-week treatment that may provide up to 6 months of symptom relief from abdominal pain and diarrhea, averaging 10 weeks, range of 6 to 24 weeks. Learn more and see the PI at Xifaxan.com. Do not use Xifaxan if you have a history of sensitivity to rifaximin, rifamycin antibiotic agents, or any components of Xifaxan. Tell your doctor right away if your diarrhea worsens while taking Xifaxan, as this may be a sign of a serious or even fatal condition. Tell your doctor if you are pregnant, plan on becoming pregnant, are nursing, or if you have liver disease, taking warfarin or other medications. Some medications may increase the amount of Xifaxan in your body. The most common side effects are nausea and an increase in liver enzymes.
Xifaxan. Tim here, a timely reminder and a safety reminder. You and your home and those smoke detectors, they need to be checked and they need to be changed regularly. And when you get around to installing them, doing the things that need to be done to them, get a good electrician out there. Get Blue Moon Electric. Check them out, BlueMoonElectricAthens.com. Check them out for all your home electrical needs and your business needs as well. Because, yes, Blue Moon Electric, very busy around town. Commercial work. Some of the best commercial work you'll find. Blue Moon Electric and BlueMoonElectricAthens.com.
You're listening to Georgia Basketball on 98.7 FM and AM 1340 WGAU.
Welcome back to Athens, Georgia. Stegman Coliseum, where Georgia leads Alabama A&m 56-33 on the hardwood with 15:21 remaining. Silas Demery toes the line for an and one opportunity after being fouled right before the timeout. Fans, no one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023. The and one cannot go. A tap up, no good as well. And finally, Alabama A&m grabs the rebound and will attack.
Dylan James almost tapped that in.
Renzo Downey's shot is up and no good. The rebound for Georgia is Jalen DeLoach, who's in the ball game now. Demery drives the right lane. Shot up, no good. Rebound for Georgia, and the putback, Dylan James.
Well, that was pretty, and nice feed underneath from Demery.
58-33, the Georgia lead grows. Alabama A&m basketball. The shot from the corner is no good. Melendez grabs the board. Cross-court pass to Blue Kane. At the rim, the finish is nice from the right side lay-in.
Oh, this is pretty to watch. This is fun to watch. Dogs bench, boy, just pouring it on. It outscoring A&m's bench 24-9. Wow.
The long three is good by Lorenzo Downey for Alabama A&m, and the Bulldogs needed that. Georgia basketball, Demery top of the key. On the left side to Dylan James, back up top to Demery. 17 on the shot clock, 14 minutes remaining in the ball game. Demery in the lane, dumps it down to James. His shot is up and good, and he's fouled.
Dylan James going, he just scored two, now he's got two more going back to the line.
That foul against Eric Lee, the junior from Tampa, and that's the team's third. So Dylan James at the free throw line. It's his first attempt. It's no good. Skying for the rebound is Eric Lee for A&m. Tucker comes up with it. In the left corner, the three on the way. It's no good. Rebound taken by Georgia. Cross-court pass to James on the near side. Melendez in the corner. Back up top to James. He drives the lane. Spins underneath. Bounce pass. Blue Kane. Backdoor reverse lay-in. Good.
He goes with the right hand. He goes with the left hand. Either way, he's fine.
Kane has 12 points on the afternoon. He leads all scorers in the ball game. A&m basketball. Downey in the corner. The three on the way from McClain. They're going to say he's fouled by Georgia, and they're going to get Blue Kane on the push. And three shots coming for A&m. That's Blue's third foul. And Georgia's second of the second half. Dylan McClain, an almost 89% free throw shooter, at the line and makes his first. 13:25 remaining in the ball game here. Georgia 64, Alabama 37. Alabama A&m, so we don't get confused. Second free throw is no good. There's one more coming. Substitution here. A.C. Bryant gets Cameron Tucker for A&m. And I don't think a lot of the Bulldogs realized, Chuck, that there were three free throws.
Oh, no, it was definitely a three-point shot. But, by the way, Kev, Alabama, they'll be in here January 31st.
Thank you. And when does A&m come in here?
Well,
because I've said A&m too.
Well, A&m came in December 30. You were just a month early.
Gotcha. So Georgia with the basketball, the pestered Hill by Lorenzo Downey. And that's going to be a foul on the floor against A&m. McClain commits the infraction. His first, the team's fourth. And Georgia with the basketball, backside lob, jam, R.J. Melendez.
That was a beautiful feed. Oh, my goodness. Justin Hill.
A&m underneath the basket, shot up, no good, rejected by the rim, literally. Blue Cane cross-court pass to Melendez. Another cross-court pass, right side three, Justin Hill. It's no good. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Georgia. It'll be A&m basketball. They're going to get Georgia with a foul there, actually. 66-38, the Georgia lead. 12-52.
Deloach was arguing. He felt he was the one that got pushed instead of doing the pushing.
Deloach commits Georgia's third foul of the half. And A&m will attack the basket.
Georgia was first in average passing yards allowed. The Dogs led the SEC there. And that
Dylan James.
Dylan James.
That was pretty. Wasn't that pretty?
It hurt every bit of that 6'9", 220-pound frame.
And that length, he's got great length.
The
he
ball,
gets those arms. Look at that.
It's pretty incredible. I mean, his wingspan is massive. They do get the ball inbound to Osborne, who's at the top of the key, 7 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to try to reset. 2-1. The shot is no good, and James comes up with the rebound. Melendez, Blue Cane attacking the rim, tries for the dunk, but he is fouled from behind and will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, that was dangerous. That was dangerous. You go up for a dunk there, and you got a defender right on you. I mean, you can get knocked any sort of way and hit the floor hard. So I'm glad Dylan's fine. Blue is fine, and opportunity to go to the line here and make a couple.
That foul was on Chad Moody, his third, and the team's 5th. First free throw missed by Blue Cane, second on the way. And it's good. 67-38, the Georgia lead, 12-16 remaining in the ball game. A&m with the basketball on the right wing. Moody back up top. Now in the corner to McClain. Bryant, top of the key. A lot of dribbling going on. Looking for his man. Finds Moody underneath. And the shot is up and good. 67-40. Here with 11:30 remaining. And a foul on the ball goes against A&m. They're going to get A.C. Bryant, his second.
A&m coaching staff not happy because R.J., as he was driving, he was using that left arm a little bit to create a little space, and they called them for the block, so they may have had a gripe there.
It is a 27-point lead for the Georgia Bulldogs with 11:43 remaining in the game. We'll step aside, timeout on the floor. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing?"
he can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
The hustle and bustle of Christmas is over, and it's time to treat myself for all of my hard work. So of course I went to Kohl's, and boy I'm glad I did, because it's their biggest clearance event of the season. I saved 70% on a cute pair of jeans, a cozy sweater, and some comfy PJs. Yep, going to Kohl's was just what I needed. Now to get back in the holiday spirit for New Year's. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Segments Coliseum on the campus of the University of Georgia in Athens. Georgia up 67-40 on Alabama A&m. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
This is Georgia Basketball on 98.7 FM and AM 1340 WGAU and W254CJ Athens, a Cox Media Group station.
It'll be Georgia basketball when we return with the massive lead, 67-40.
Cab, as I told you, with the bench strength of Georgia and the fresh legs, how the shooting percentages would be affected. Since the last time out to this time out, Georgia's has gone up from 43 to 47, while theirs has fallen.
A deep three from Noah Thomason extends the lead for Georgia. It is a 30-point Georgia lead, 11:23 remaining in the second half.
And thank you, Noah, for highlighting my point.
Georgia. It's like an off-the-ball foul.
That's what happens when you have bench depth and you can keep fresh legs. Your shooting percentage doesn't suffer toward the end of games. You still get legs to get into shots, and it makes all the difference.
You're going to say Jalen DeLoach committed a foul off the ball. That's his fourth. And the Dogs' fourth of the half. So A&m will trigger underneath their own basket. Dylan McClain to do the honors. He gets it inbounds. Up top to Bryant. Bryant dumps it underneath, but a foul will go against Abdur-Rahim. That's his third. And the team's fifth. Georgia 6 of their last 7 in the field goal department. A&m to trigger again. They do so to Bryant. He'll take it top side. Shuffle it over on the right wing to McClain. Underneath to Moody. And Moody loses it out of bounds. It'll be Georgia basketball. Another turnover for the Bulldogs of A&m. That's their 18th. Georgia basketball. Sunihara drives the right side of the lane. His shot partially blocked. Anselm Eby with the board and the putback for Georgia.
And you know what that means? That means that everybody that has played in this game for Georgia has scored.
The stat line is pretty impressive. Led by Blue Cane with 13. A&m basketball. The goal to our right. The dump down to Moody working underneath. Puts his shot up and scores from the front of the rim.
Did a good job of using his body to create some space to get that shot off.
It's a 30-point lead for Georgia. 10-minute mark approaching of the ball game. Justin Hill, slow it down a little bit. Top of the key, 16 on the shot clock. Gets the high screen from Anselm Eby. Wide open three, no good. Off the mark to the left. A&m comes up with the rebound. Good defense by the Dogs in transition. Ball in the right corner for McClain, who dribbles to the left elbow. Looking for help up top. It goes to Randall. He'll work on the right wing now. Underneath to Osborne. Shot up. No good. Chad Moody couldn't get it to go. Too strong. Rebound Georgia. Cross-court pass in the corner to Abdur-Rahim. He's been fairly quiet today. Just 7 points. 2 of 10 from the floor. The crossover. Step back three from Hill is good.
Well, that was pretty. He created the space with the jab step. Defender rocked back, and then he stepped back and buried it.
Justin Hill has 10 points as A&m attacks the basket and scores from the right side. But it's 75-44 at the 9-minute mark. Abdur-Rahim lets one fly. It's no good. Backside rebound. A.C. Bryant for A&m. Bryant going coast to coast at the rim. No good. Rebound ripped down by Georgia's Thomason. Cross-court pass. Anselm Eby underneath. Pump fake. Shot up. Rejected. No good. They're going to call a foul against A&m.
Got him on the arm.
It's a two-shot foul. Anselm maybe got that entry pass, Chuck, way down there under the basket.
He did.
Did a good job controlling it.
He really did, because he he was in a position where he really couldn't go straight up because he was right underneath the bottom of the basket. But he got up enough that drew that foul and missed that free throw.
Ansel Maybe close to a 78% free throw shooter, misses the first. Seven fouls in the half against A&M. 8:45 remaining. Georgia up 31 points. Make it 32. A&M up the floor quickly. Cross-court pass on the left side goes to Osborne. Now back to Randall. Moody with the handle. Gets help from Tucker, who thinks about a three. Now he's going to let it fly, and it's nothing but net.
Well, we left him. We had him covered. He faked it. We left him, and then
Abdur-Rahim attacks the basket. Standing in his way is Chad Moody, and Moody doesn't budge.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jabri hit the floor pretty hard. He's fine, thank goodness. He pops right up, heads to that free throw line.
Moody saw the gleam in Abdur-Rahim's eye and decided to contest the basket. Free throw, no good. And that's the fourth foul on Chad Moody, Chuck. Second free throw on the way. It's no good. A&M comes up with the rebound. It's Jalen Randall. Pass in the corner to Bryant. Up top, it goes to Osborne. Now they'll get it back underneath to Moody. His shot is up and scores from the front of the rim. Timeout, Alabama A&m.
Time to tee it up here in the Orange Bowl. Opening kickoff. Powered by Georgia Power. Doesn't matter where in the Peach State you're cheering on the Dogs. Georgia Power is energizing your community. Visit georgiapower.com/community to learn more. Georgia in road whites. We're the designated visiting team today. So white jerseys, silver breeches, red helmets. And Florida State, the designated home team. The garnet and gold with gold helmets. Hakeem Williams is the deep receiver as Georgia will kick it away with Jared Zirkle, who entered the portal, but also got permission to stick around and play in this game with his teammates from Coach Kirby Smart. So good to see Jared here kicking it off to start the game from right to left or from near to far from our angle here as Zirkle boots this one into the end zone. Florida State will run it out with Williams. Cuts across to his left, tripped up inside the 10 as he ran laterally. That was Deuce Spann on that side where the kick went in down the numbers on the left side of the end zone. Spann tried to run it out about 2 or 3 yards deep out of the end zone and tripped up on the far end of the field. It looks like.
Well, that bench point thing is something that's real. I mean, turnover points are going to fluctuate. The bench points for Georgia is something that's going to be there, be a consistent thing throughout the season.
Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. So some pressure out of the timeout here from Alabama A&m. Georgia breaks it easily. Silas Demry drives right to the front of the rim, gets stuck, and turns it over. Randall with the basketball for A&M. Loses it out of bounds in the near corner, and it'll be Georgia basketball.
It's Georgia basketball. Go!
Dogs have had 11 players play, 11 players score.
With just Deloach in foul trouble. And there'll be a push-off against Alabama A&m's Cam Tucker. His third foul and the team's ninth. As Deloach will go to the charity stripe. to shoot 1 and 1. 76-49, the Georgia lead. 7:40 mark of the ball game. Throw, no good. Alabama A&m rebounds, and will have control of the basketball, down 76-49. Well, Chuck, Georgia sure has played well here this afternoon. The game's certainly not over.
He just pushed the kid from behind.
Cam Tucker is a little upset, and there's a little bit of discussion going on between the players here. Silas Demery and Tucker having a conversation. They'll slap hands and make good. And A&M will inbound in front of our broadcast location. Bryant gets it to Tucker. Across midcourt. Over to Randall. Batted out of bounds. Demery saves it. Blue Cane at the rim. The lob. The dunk off the back of the glass.
And did you see what he did? He put it up the glass so Melendez could score. Blue Cane got a beautiful pass from Melendez, but rather he paid his teammate back by laying it up so that Melendez could finish it.
Threw it off the glass. Melendez finishes with the dunk, and the round is on. 78-49, Georgia leads it. 6:47 remaining. A&M with the basketball, shooting on the goal to our right. Bryant with it. Gets it to Osborne, who doesn't see how much time's left on the shot clock. It expires. Another turnover by A&M.
My goodness, I'm still shaking my head. And what a great example of teamwork that was by the Bulldogs on that break.
Kane just didn't want to get shut out in the stats in the assist column, Chuck. That's what that was.
I'm not sure you get an assist on that.
That might be a good point. Demery behind the back, dribble into the lane, loses the basketball. Coming up with it is Smith. He drives to the lane and dunks it for an A&M bucket. And 6:14 remains here, with Georgia leading 78-51. Shot up off the glass, no good from Melendez. He comes up a little lame. A&M attacking the rim. Shot's good and one. So, bonus as Georgia commits the infraction in shooting. Melendez still back here wincing after he might have got hit below the belt. Chad Moody will toe the free throw line. And the third foul goes against Demery. The shot up on the way, and the bonus is converted. 6-minute mark of the second half. It's 78-54. Georgia leading Alabama A&m. And Chuck, they got to be just underway, if not about to kick off at Miami Gardens.
They've played a couple of minutes. It's scoreless.
Three ball on the way is good for Georgia's Dylan James.
Young man, the more he plays, the better he gets.
5:38 remaining. Ball out of bounds. They're going to say it was deflected off of Georgia. And Chuck, you start turning your attention now to Southeastern Conference play, which starts a week from this evening.
Yep, and on the road for Georgia. And listen, nothing's ever, when you get into conference play, what you want to do is win games at home and see if you can find a way to steal a couple on the road.
The shot up, no good from Alabama A&m. There's a blocking foul. It'll be two shots for the Bulldogs of A&M.
It's just hard. It's hard to win on the road in the Southeast. It's hard to win on the road anywhere in college basketball. Let's get that straight. But it's really hard to win in the conference on the road.
They're going to get Chiwa for the foul. That's his first. And the team's eighth. But, you and I were talking at dinner last night. Free throw is good, the first, about the games that are easiest to steal. And in the conference, right?
That first one usually is, because teams are coming out of the preseason, if you will, and sometimes you can steal those. Mike Fratello, when he was with the Hawks, used to tell me in the NBA, the two easiest games to steal in the NBA are the one going into the All-Star break and the one coming out of the All-Star break, because teams are kind of focused elsewhere.
Missouri's always a tough place to play. Chiwa with the emphatic dunk. That makes it 83-56 as we approach the 5-minute mark in the ball game. Yeah, Como not an easy place to play.
No, it's not.
Sneak a road win to start conference play. It'd be quite the feat for Georgia next week. They can certainly do it with the depth that they have.
This is a talented team. It's well coached and it has great depth. They got a coach that knows how to use the depth.
So Chiwa commits 2 straight fouls. And the big fella, E.J. Williams from Cincinnati, the graduate center, goes to the free throw line, shooting 60% on the season. Misses the front end. Chiwa loses the handle. Rebound by A&M. They lose the ball. And now Blue Cane comes up with it. Cross-court Melendez, near side stutter step, left wing. Right-handed dribble. Crosses over. Drives the alley. Picks up his dribble. Out to Demery. To Kane. Right wing underneath. Chiwa right block. Back to Kane. 3-ball on the way. Down, out, good.
He's feeling it today, isn't he?
He sure is. Blue Cane has played great basketball this afternoon. 6 of 7 from the field, 16 points in 17 minutes of play. A 3-pointer on the other end from A&M.
They do a good job. They answer the 3 with a 3.
86-59. 4:15 left here at Stegman Coliseum. And they're going to call a foul against Georgia. That's going to be a charge, a little push-off on Dylan James. That's Georgia's 10th foul.
Alabama A&m basketball.
Yes! Chuck, you talked about just distribution of talent, right? This team may not have an Anthony Edwards or, a big gun shooter or recruiter, but they've got a lot of depth, and they've got guys that can get hot every night.
Yeah,
you just never know.
You don't know who it's going to be. You're right. You're exactly right, Cabell.
And it's good to have options. That's what my father used to tell me.
That's exactly right.
Going to call a foul off the ball. They might have gotten Chiwa again. So that's his 3rd. Yep, they're going to get Chiwa for his 3rd foul, all in the half. And that'll bring us to a timeout. And that will be a media timeout, our final one of the ball game. 86-59, Georgia leads Alabama A&m. 4 minutes remain in the game. Back after this for the conclusion on the Bulldog Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up with Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldog sports.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Welcome back to Stegman Coliseum here in Athens, Georgia. The Bulldogs taking care of business in their final non-conference game of 2023. They lead Alabama A&m 86-59 with 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. Personal foul right before the timeout. Went against Russell Chiwa. That's his third. It'll be a 2-shot foul coming for E.J. Williams of Alabama A&m.
Yeah, Alabama A&m in the double bonus. Georgia will be on their next foul.
2 shots.
First free throw on the way is good. So again, the next basketball game for the Georgia Bulldogs will be the start of SEC play at Missouri. A week from this afternoon. It's an early game, a 1 o'clock tip Eastern. We'll be on the air with you starting with our Grindhouse Killer Burgers Countdown to Tip-Off show starting at 12:35 p.m.
And then I believe we'll be coming home on January 10th to host Arkansas, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that, but I believe that's correct, that we have, yes, January 10th we'll host Arkansas here at Stegman Coliseum. So
that's not an easy home opener either. Eric Musselman's group has been rattled by injuries this season, but they always play tough. The inbound pass for Alabama A&m finally gets to someone who can handle it. Amari Peak, kick out, 3-ball, no good. Hill with the basketball and the rebound underneath. They lose the handle. Does Georgia? Cross-court pass near side goes to Randall, and his shot is up and he scores. 86-63, the Georgia lead. Into the game, Moncrief for Georgia sees his first action this afternoon.
Double bonus now for the Dogs, so M.A. will shoot 2. M.A. has not seen much of the court in the last couple of games, and it hadn't been because of his talent. He's an outstanding player. He's a good rebounder, good defensive player, and can score for you on occasions, but it's just been hard. I mean, you can only get so many guys on the court, and Mike White's done a great job of using his bench strength and trying to get some of these young guys some court time so they can be prepared for SEC play. And M.A.'s kind of had to unselfishly allow that to happen, but good to see him back out on the floor, and now he's got a couple of free throws.
First one on the way is good. Jaden Newell checking in at the scorers table for the Dogs. 3:22 remains in the game. 87-63, Georgia leads Alabama A&m. Moncrief's second free throw is no good. Rebound, A&m. Quickly up the floor, Cam Tucker. Shot is up, no good. Whistle blows. And they're going to get Jaden Newell on the books this afternoon for a foul.
E.J. Williams to the line for Alabama A&m.
E.J. Williams back to the free throw line for A&m. (87-63).
Joshua Hewlett check in for A&m.
With 3:15 remaining. And the foul there goes against Chad Moody, as Moody has fouled out. Second free throw by Williams is good. It's 87-64 as we approach 3 minutes remaining. Moncrief dribbles, loses the handle. A&M comes up with it. Pestered by Blue Cane is Joshua Hughley. Hughley gives to Osborne. Back up top to Randall. Hughley in the left low block to Tucker. Spin move across the lane and step back jumper is good.
A nice shot, good move in the paint.
Hill with the basketball to Melendez, cross court pass with the two-handed jam.
Oh, my
he
goodness.
Flew in from the right side and stuffed it.
In my dreams, that's the way I could jump.
Wow. Melendez went flying in there. He's had 2 or 3 good dunks today. Almost a steal right there. Alabama A&M with the basketball. Randall has the handle. On the left wing to Downey. Downey pump fakes, working against Kane. Leaves for Tucker top side. Gets Kane in the air at the left elbow. Jump shot good. Cross court pass Melendez. Thinks about it down in the alley. Now he'll pull it back up top to Moncrief. Corners 3 from Blue Cane is no good. Tapped out by Moncrief. Kane has it. Loses the handle between the legs. Dribble. Collecting his Hill up top. They'll reset for Georgia. Hill, crossover. Kick out. Kane. Stutter steps to the left elbow. Spins into the lane. Puts up the shot and scores.
Beautiful move.
Blue Cane with the bucket. Has 18 points, Chuck. It ties a career high for Blue Cane.
I think you were on the mic for his other 18-point performance.
Against Miami, that's right.
He likes to show off for Campbell.
He does, I guess. Alabama A&M up the floor. A minute 30 remains in regulation. Losing the handle out of bounds baseline, Jalen Randall.
I think he's trying to get that all-Cabell Philpott team.
Is that what that is? That's a pretty sad award, Chuck.
That's
a pretty sad award.
That's highly sought.
Hill attacks the rim to no avail. Offensive rebound, Melendez. Dribbling over on the right side, and they're going to say that Melendez turned it over. 91-68 the score, 116, 15 ticks remaining. Bryant with the basketball for Alabama A&M. Calling off the help. Now he'll get it up top to Osborne. 1 minute to go here in the ball game. Bryant crossing over. And they're going to call a foul against Georgia. So they'll get Newell for that foul. And Brandon Klatsky into the ball game for Georgia.
The second straight game for both he and Newell to get some playing time, which is great that Coach White's been able to work those young men in.
First free throw is good. 91-69. Georgia averaging just under 74 points per game on the season. They are far past that here this afternoon. 91-70, under a minute to go. Georgia has the basketball and will try to run out as much of this clock as possible. They'll get it underneath to Newell. Newell working against his man, puts up the shot, and he's fouled at the rim by A.C. Bryant.
He had positioned himself nicely. He made the spin move into the lane. He had his body to use to create some space to get the shot off. And rather than let him score underneath, they fouled him. So he'll go to the line for a couple.
44.3 seconds remaining. Newell to the first free throw line the first time today. Converts first. It's always fun to see. (92-70) the lead for Georgia. Second free throw is good as well. A&m basketball. Hughley working against Justin Hill. Into the lane. Bryant puts up the shot. It's no good. Offensive rebound. 3-ball on the way from Hughley, and he knocks it down.
Oh, that was long range. He was well behind the arc.
He'll get the ball into Hill, and Hill will try to take his time up the floor. They're calling for no fouls here for Alabama A&m.
And Georgia now just going to pull it back and dribble it out. Both teams up on their benches getting ready to walk down the line here and shake hands. And 93-73 will be our final here at Stegman Coliseum as the Dogs. Cabell, that's 8 in a row.
8 in a row, buddy.
8 in a row. They are now 10-3 as they head into conference play. And just great to see for these Georgia Bulldogs and how they have really started to be a very cohesive group and a large group. I mean, a lot of guys playing and getting minutes and performing. You know, producing points or defense or rebounds or assists. They're getting something, bringing a little something to the picnic. And that's